Emmerdale spoilers follow. In next week's Emmerdale episodes, Belle gets a Christmas miracle when Piper returns. Meanwhile, rebellious April gives Marlin a horrible shock, and there's signs of a struggle at home farm as Will's revenge steps up a gear. Here are the 7 big moments to watch out for. You can also check out our collection of 20 spoiler pictures from these episodes. As Belle pieces together Tom's lies, she starts to wonder if Piper is really dead. Visiting her beloved dog's grave with Vinny, she admits she never saw the body. The hopeful pair grab a shovel and dig up the grave, only to find a coffin with just a brick inside. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Desperate to be reunited with Piper, Belle considers visiting Tom in prison to find out where the pup is. She doesn't need to take such drastic action, however, because on Christmas Day a miracle occurs. At Zach's grave, Belle is overwhelmed with joy when Piper runs towards her and jumps into her arms. After recently discovering she's been lied to her whole life about her mother's death, April can't bring herself to make peace with her dad. Marlin goes through April's texts and is horrified to discover that she has been trying to buy cannabis. Marlin urges Ross to break off his friendship with April, seeing him as a bad influence. When April finds out about this, it only makes matters worse. Turning to alcohol to cope, April embraces her teenage rebellious side and ruins Christmas for her family. But Marlin is in for a huge shock on the big day itself when he goes to find her in her room and realizes that she's missing. When Peter arrives at home farm, Will's under pressure to carry out their grand plans on Christmas Day. There's trouble at home farm as a flash-forward reveals a struggle and an eerie scene emerges with the Christmas tree on its side. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Wanting to remember his son, a year on from his death, Bob arranges a Christmas Carol concert. However, the musical event soon turns into a disaster when Brenda and Wendy come to blows. At Heath's memorial concert, there's chemistry between Jacob and Sarah as they spend more time together. But as Jacob's medical career gets more serious, does he have time for a girlfriend? Following the shocking flashback to Ruby's 16th birthday, she's tormented by memories of her father's abuse. Ruby is anxious over the Christmas ahead as the family pour into Mill Cottage for their celebrations. Not only is she carrying the secret of what her father did to her, there's also her fling with Cain. Anthony upsets Ruby when he announces that he plans to stay in the village for the foreseeable future. When everyone else heads over to the pub following Christmas dinner, Anthony stays behind and an overwhelmed Ruby grabs a carving knife to follow him off. In the upcoming episodes of Emmerdale, Christmas brings a mix of miracles, shocks, and heartbreak to the village. Here's an in-depth look at the major storylines that will unfold, keeping you captivated as the drama intensifies. Belle's Christmas miracle. Piper returns. Belle Dingle is on a mission to uncover the truth about her beloved dog, Piper. After piecing together Tom's web of lies, Belle grows suspicious that Piper might not be dead. Sharing her doubts with Vinny, the two head to Piper's supposed grave. What they find is shocking. The grave contains only a brick-filled coffin. Desperate for answers, Belle contemplates visiting Tom in prison to learn Piper's true fate. However, fate intervenes with a Christmas miracle. On Christmas Day, as Belle mourns at Zach's grave, she is overwhelmed with emotion when Piper suddenly appears, running toward her and leaping into her arms. This heartwarming reunion is a beacon of hope amid the chaos engulfing the village. April's rebellion spirals out of control. April Windsor's world has been turned upside down after learning the truth about her mother's death. Struggling to process the betrayal, April distances herself from her father Marlin. Her rebellious streak takes a dark turn when Marlin discovers text messages revealing her attempts to buy cannabis. Alarmed, Marlin confronts Ross, believing him to be a bad influence on April, and demands he cut ties with her. This only deepens April's resentment. Turning to alcohol as a coping mechanism, April's teenage rebellion reaches its peak, causing chaos and ruining Christmas for her family. On Christmas Day, the situation escalates further. Marlin's horror mounts when he checks April's room and finds it empty. Her disappearance leaves the family frantic, searching for clues to her whereabouts. The question lingers: will April return safely, or is her rebellion leading to irreversible consequences? Will's revenge causes turmoil at home farm. At home farm, tensions rise as Will Taylor's plans for revenge reach a critical point. With Peter's arrival adding pressure, Will is determined to execute their scheme on Christmas Day. The festive atmosphere takes a dark turn when a flash-forward reveals signs of a struggle. The once pristine Christmas tree lies toppled, setting an eerie tone for the unfolding events. The mystery surrounding the chaos at Home Farm deepens, leaving viewers on edge as they anticipate the outcome of Will's vengeful actions. A Christmas Carol concert turns chaotic. Bob Hope, seeking solace in memory of his late son, organizes a Christmas Carol concert. What begins as a heartfelt tribute quickly descends into disaster. Tensions flare between Brenda and Wendy, leading to a heated altercation that disrupts the event. Amid the turmoil, sparks fly between Jacob and Sarah. Their growing chemistry is evident as they spend more time together. However, Jacob's burgeoning medical career raises questions about whether he can balance his professional aspirations with a budding romance. The unfolding dynamics promise to add a layer of emotional complexity to the festive season. Ruby's haunted past comes to light. Ruby Sharma is grappling with the weight of her traumatic past. The shocking flashback to her 16th birthday has left her tormented by memories of her father's abuse. As Christmas approaches, Ruby's anxiety intensifies. The family gathering at Mill Cottage becomes a crucible of secrets and tension. Adding to her distress is her clandestine fling with Kane, which looms over her like a dark cloud. When Anthony announces his intention to stay in the village, Ruby's unease grows. During a tense moment on Christmas Day with the family at the pub, Ruby finds herself alone with Anthony. Overwhelmed, she grabs a carving knife to ward him off, a dramatic act underscoring her fragile state of mind. What to expect next? As Emmerdale's Christmas episodes unfold, the village will be a haunt of emotion, conflict, and unexpected twists. From Belle's joyous reunion with Piper to April's rebellion and Ruby's battle with her past, each storyline promises to keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Stay tuned to witness how these intertwined tales of love, loss, and redemption shape the lives of the characters and the future of the village. With so much at stake, this Christmas in Emmerdale is one you won't want to miss.